friends who like nail art as much as I like nail art, and people who just like nails that have art on them. Today we are going to be using Black Cherry Chutney by OPI to create a fall set. I'm also going to be using a gold polish from Zoya. I will be doing 2 coats of this. This is regular polish. For those of you that are into gel polish, you can absolutely do this set in gel polish too if you like to, or if you want to. You could also do this set in a completely different set of shades if you wanted to, and that would be just fine as well. I feel like anything fall related, you could do browns, you could do reds, you could do oranges, whatever floats your boat will all work. You would just want to adjust your colors that you're going to be using. We're also going to be doing some stamping and negative space today, and the stamping we're going to be using a Nicole plate that I actually picked up last year and did not have an opportunity to really use. The one reason that I picked this particular color, the black chutney, black cherry chutney color, I don't know if that's still around or not, but you can probably get it, even if it's not really around, because we all know eBay and everywhere else you can find them. I picked this color because it had a little bit of translucence, so it does have that jelly look that is still popular right now. So that kind of stained glass jelly look is a very popular look again this fall. For those of you who have seen a previous video on fall looks, it is all mixed metals and also metal components, chains, charms, anything you can think of. 3D nail art is all very popular. Also, baby boomer ombres are still, or baby boomer manicures, whatever they're calling them, baby boomer French maybe, is also a popular look again, though with bolder colors. So this spring and summer, it was softer colors. Now we're going bolder colors, which I mean, I guess makes sense because it's fall. What I'm doing right now is lining the break between the negative space and the dark chutney color. You could use any gold you have handy. It would not have to be Zoya. Though Zoya's polish is very much a metallic gold. So I think in order to create this look effectively, you do really want it to have that metallic quality and less of a chromy quality. I think a chromy quality would not give you the same look because you'd lose some of that sparkle. So I'm going to continue to line these nails. I apologize because the nails themselves are out of shot right at the moment. I am going to be using 2 older looks that are still around, but they're older looks. The first, I think it's called framing, though I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, feel free to send me a comment and correct my version of it. But I call it framing. So this is when you line the edge, the outer edge of the nail. Typically, you would line it in a complementary lighter shade, a complementary darker shade, or a metallic shade. And what it does is it gives you a very clean line around the edge, which creates essentially like a frame, almost like a photo frame or that kind of thing. And it can be a great way to frame, I'm going to use the word again, your nail art stamping or your nail art that you're going to put in the inside. The trick to this one is not to get too wide with the lines, especially at the sides. The top and the bottom can be a little wider if you want, but the sides, if they get too bulky, it looks kind of weird on a client. The last look I'm doing is a reverse French. So I'm creating a reverse French line. This would sit at the back of the nail as opposed to the front. Then I'm going to try a silicone tool first to sort of smudge out my line and drag that metallic gold into the nail itself. And on top of that, I will be adding some lines from the nail, like from the liner brush. Like what am I trying to say there? The liner brush. And what that's going to do is give you a sort of a drop down reverse French look. Also can be very pretty. I use it a lot more often, I feel like, in the fall and in the winter, like around Christmas time for Christmas nails and things like that, because it can create a good backdrop. Once we get that nail complete, we're going to be working on the stamping portion. If you're doing this at the salon, I'm going to say it's going to take you about 15 minutes to do a full set of these. Although if you want to get a little more involved, then, you know, it might take you like 15 to 20 minutes would be probably reasonable. And now I'm just cleaning up my table, my table. Yeah, it's not a table. It's a tile. I am going to be using gold and spiced orange for my colors to put my leaves on with, and then black. I think it's sleek black. The two of the three are from Maniology. One of them is from Moo. The gold is from Moo. I like their gold for some things. So Moo's gold is a very much an antique gold. And that antique gold I find very useful for things like this, especially on top of like plums and burgundies. Though if it's a lighter gold I'm looking for, then I would use a different brand. But I am using the Maniology Ice Cube Stamper. I do really like the Ice Cube Stamper. And I'm going to bring the nails over so you can see them and back the camera up a little bit. So I apologize for the camera shake at the moment. I just wanted to back the camera lens up a little bit so that you could see a little bit better what is happening with those nails over there. So this Nicole plate has a double layer stamp on it. So the first layer is a underlayer. The second layer is a top layer, and it gives the detail, which is really nice when you're trying to add more detail, but you don't want to spend a lot of time hand creating that detail. So you can see I laid out a maple leaf, and now I'm putting the veining on top. And it's hard. I know this image is a little tough to see. At the end of the video, I do show them close up so that you can see that a little bit better, but trust me, it is there. And as you can see, it makes it very quick to do these kinds of nails. On some of them, like this one, I'm just going to take the overlayer and not the underlayer so that I get just sort of that silhouette of a leaf without too much color. And that one was an oak leaf. There's oak leaves, there's ferns, there's aspen leaves. I'm trying to think of what else was on that plate. Different size leaves. So that's kind of nice because you have a variety of things to do there. I am going to use an aspen leaf, just the outline again in that corner. And then I'm going to use a little piece of fern as well. So you can see we're moving these along pretty quickly. I've already finished 2 nails and it's only been about 60 seconds or so. I'm going to use my tape to just clean off the edge of my stamper because I'm behaving. Don't worry, I won't behave forever. I tried. I tried for you guys. I really did. I'm not good at that, though. I do just love my finger. There's, you know, I get into my work. I don't know what else to say. All right, moving along, we are going to go over to that middle nail. On this one, I'm going to be using a offset. I like this about the stamping too, is that you can reverse the stamp to get a opposing leaves. That's the word I'm looking for, because they are symmetrical, so they're the same on both sides. So you can just flip it around like I'm going to do right now. And what this did is it created this really pretty look where the 2 leaves meet in the middle. Looks like they're falling together. Oh. So as I was saying earlier, while you're watching me do some line stamping and continuing to finish, the big looks this year are for fall are bold ombre, or not bold, they're ombres. They're ombres, but they're French ombres. So that blended tip where there's not a line, but a blend between 2 colors, but they're bold. So you might have, I'm trying to think of an example, like a copper orange at the back of the nail, and then you might have a white at the front, and the 2 just kind of blend together. It is a little trickier to blend those kind of colors, so you do have to work at it a little bit. I highly recommend a sponge to do that. Metal features. Oh, this is great. You get to watch my bloopers because I left them in. Okay, so I'm going to lose the nail again. Watch. It's fun. Oh, no, I did. I already lost it a second time. So, yeah, that was a good time. I almost ruined that nail. It was saved, thank God. But I almost ruined the nail by dropping it all over the towel there. All right, we're going to use some fun little cluster leaves at the top. I don't know what these are called, but I loved them, so we're using them. And that's in the spiced orange. I do go back and forth. It's hard to tell the difference because it's subtle, but I do go back and forth between the spiced orange and the gold that I'm using. I feel like you can see it a little better close up. And again, at the end of the video, I will have the close up for those nails for you. But yeah, so now we're at about 8 minutes and we are almost done the entire set of 5. If I was doing this on a client, obviously I would just keep moving on and then it's just top coat at the end. So this is the hard part, if you will. And it's honestly not that hard. So I feel like you could do this at home. You could do this at the salon. It's a very friendly, it's user-friendly nail art. How about that? Maybe that's going to be the name of this video. User-friendly fall nail art. You never know. Could be catchy. Please don't forget to like and subscribe and also share. I can't say that enough. It does help my channel grow and it helps me to continue to be able to present new ideas to you. I don't know how long I'll be able to do this if I don't start growing soon. No, I am. I'm starting to grow. And I love you guys all. For those of you that come back and watch every week to see what is new, I do really, really appreciate all of your support. It means the world to me and it makes a big difference. And honestly, it's fun. It's really fun for me to create art, but it's even more fun to create art for other people to enjoy. So, I love that. I love that aspect of it. All right, we are on to top coat. So we are going to be using CND's Shellac top coat. It's the extended wear. It's very easy to use. It's generally lasts a really long time. The shine lasts a really long time, so I like it. For those of you that don't know, I am a professional nail artist, so I do use a lot of professional products on my channel, and CND stands for Creative Nail Design. They have been around since the 70s, I believe it is. I have used them and been a pro for them off and on through the years. There you go. I do really enjoy their products. Alrighty, here it is, the close-up. Aren't those gorgeous? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Alrighty, friends, enjoy, and I will see you next week for maybe some Halloween.